So I wanted to make this recording really quickly for you to see how we put together the Johnny Caught Being Good program. This allows you to use your phone on the fly to grab pictures of teachers, students, administrators, and automatically create a nice output PDF certificate to share back to the teacher, students, parents. Hope you enjoy. Let's get started on making the Caught Being Good template. First thing I like to do always is start in a folder where I want to store it, and I want to create a new folder, and I'm going to just call it Caught. Okay, and then once I get in that folder, I need to create three things right away. Two things, I guess. The first thing I want to create is a Google Slide template. I just want a blank presentation. Okay, and this is going to be immediately named Caught template. Okay, and then the next thing I need to do is create a form. So a new Google form. And I will title my form Caught Being Good. Great. Okay, click there to get that title in there, and that is where we get started then. So I finished filling out the form just to save time. I've got a name of the person that you're going to give the award to, a description of what they've done. And in this case, I'm building this for an entire district, so I've broken it out by the schools. And then in order to put the title and make it show up differently for a different award, you put in an adjective, a person, and a type. So, you know, a great student award or an innovative administrator certificate and so forth. Then you come here to the image, and you can take one image. You can either use your camera roll because you already have images that you've taken, or you can take a picture as you're filling out the form. One other thing that we do here is we go to the Gearbox General. We're going to collect email addresses, so now we know who to send the form to. Can only be taken inside of the local domain. Now creating the template. We had built the form and we'd started a template. Now we need to make some changes to it. The very first thing I like to do is go to the page setup and change this to a custom regular 11 by 8.5, 8.5. That is a size of a piece of paper. So now it makes this the actual size of a piece of paper. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these things. I don't want anything on here. At this point, I'm going to put in a background. So what I like to do is go to background, and I like to I like to choose a color, and I like these gradients. So in this case, I would choose this color there. It's kind of a blue gradient. I've gone ahead and fleshed out this template. I added this certificate background. I found that on the internet, and then I just did inserted a shape. It was a call out shape with this to put this part in there, and then a couple of different boxes, rectangular boxes. Now with this, I've of course done the color scheme. You could do that however you wanted. I have use the tags. These are the Autocrat tags that we use. So the adjective, person, type, that's going to be the title of the award, certificate, whatever, you know. And then uploaded is where the picture goes in. And then in this field, we put in the name of the student and the description. So far, we have built the form. We have also built the template, which is right here. We got that set up. And when we built the form, it also automatically created this folder, the file responses. So we have a folder here where we're going to have Autocrat store everything we create, and the images will end up in there. But the next important step is to actually fill out the form one time. So I have filled out part of this award just to save a little time. So I put in the name, I wrote out a description, a school. I'm going to add an other here. We'll show how that comes in later with Forum Ranger. Student award. So we have the helpful student award, and then I need to add an image, which on a computer just lets me choose from something that I actually have in here. So let me just choose a image. So I finished that. I found myself an image. So now I've got all my fields filled out, and I want to submit and add that to what will be the spreadsheet on the form. So now I want to come back to the actual form, and I want to look at the responses. I have one response, and now I need to create my spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and create the spreadsheet. And this is, as you can see, is filled out. I like to shorten some things up here. So I filled that out. Now, there's a couple things we have to do here in order to make this work. This image that got uploaded, which looks like this. It's an actual image I uploaded from the computer. Okay, so I found some people being helpful. Then what I need to do is change this beginning part of this URL. So I'm going to do that really quickly. So the important part to do right here once we've created the sheet is to use the add-on crop sheet. I need to get rid of all these extra rows and columns. And then I actually need to add a column back in. So I'm going to insert one to the right. And I need to paste this formula in. Now, this formula I copied from somewhere else, and it's slightly incorrect because it's pointing to column I. So basically, I need to have it go to column I. What this is saying is essentially to concatenate this new URL, drive to google.com/UC export equals U blah 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 ID, and I'm extracting the ID from this one. So when I fix that, now I actually have the uploaded, which is the tag that's on here. I'm using that uploaded tag there, and I have the correct URL that will actually work. Now there's one more step where this will fail for you. Back here where I created my my folder, and then this is where I'm going to store my Autocrat files in here. But this file here, this folder, has to be shared. Anyone with the link can view, and if you don't do that, then Autocrat won't be able to see the files that get uploaded. So that is done. That was one of the steps that needed to happen. So we have now got everything ready to run Autocrat. So Autocrat is an add-on to the spreadsheet. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And I need to update this. I haven't done it in this user for a while. So I'm having to authorize an update. Autocrat's had a lot of really good updates, which is why we're using it to do this project. So Autocrat takes a moment to run and gets updated. So the very first thing you do in the interface for Autocrat is to build a job. So I'm going to create a new job, and I'm going to just call this job caught. It can be called anything. And then I'm going to save it. And it says, okay, now we need a template. Well, you can use either a Google Doc or a Google Slide. This works better with a Google Doc. With a slide template. So here's my caught template. It's a slide, so I go ahead and grab it. And it's fetching the tags from the template, meaning those merge tags I had. So I go next. So you can see that I've got adjective, person, type, uploaded, name, and description. That's what's going to go on to that. This uploaded is actually an image type. And it tells me that it's going to fit within the bounds of the shape or text box. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go to the next step. I need to name this file, so I'm going to name it with the merge tag, name, and then it's type, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it's a type. Name space type. Then the title is going to be Tim Welch Award. We want it to output, in this case, as a PDF, because I want to be able to mail this. And it's a single document, which is all you can do there. And then it's caught. the folder. So I actually like to get rid of this folder. Yes, I do that. And the folder I would rather have it store in is inside is this caught being great file responses. I want all of them to be put in there. Next, I don't need to add anything here. You could use a conditional merge. So in this case, if the school equals central, they could have a different template. I'm not going to go through that process, but that's what you would do here. Yes, I do want to share this. I want to share it as a PDF, and I want it to be, yes, I want to leave that. So this is going to go to email address. And the email address is the person that fills out the form, okay? And reply to tech, we'll reply to twelch@legrand.org, okay? And then here I can actually type in a message and or tag. So, the subject is, again, the subject of this email is going to be name, space, type. So you get an email that says, Tim Welch Award. Here is the award you have created. And this will have an attached PDF. Okay. Next, yes, I don't want this to run on a form trigger. In other words, when the form submitted, I want it to run. And that next little checkbox is sometimes a good thing to do, because what it does is have Autocrat say, okay, I should also run every hour just to check and make sure that everything is run. So I go ahead and save this as I'm finished. And then notice in a moment here, when I get this done, it will create the job. And now I'm going to execute the job. And in a moment, as this job executes, you're going to see Autocrat add 4 more columns, which are the columns that Autocrat puts in the data. You can see those. And then when this is finished, Autocrat is going to have a document that it creates, and I'll show you what it looks like, and it will be emailed to me because I filled out the form. From now on, Autocrat will do this as you fill out the forms. Okay, and so you can see that's done, and this is what got created with that. It's a PDF that says, Helpful Student Award. Tim Welch was caught helping a friend on the playground. This kind of behavior deserves recognition. So as you can see, all you need to do is set this up with your on your phone, and you can walk around and create these certificates on the fly. So as you can see, we have finished, and the award was mailed to me. And again, it's mailed to me from myself, essentially. Here's the award you have created, and I can click on that, and there's my PDF. So on the fly, I've created that. And by the way, I'll show you that all of these files, we told them to get stored in here. So as you use this, all the awards are stored in this one folder. So if the whole district were to use this one template, all of the awards would be stored right here to be reprinted or whatever one would want to do. So now, in order to get this form back onto your phone, it's a very simple step. I like to just send the form to myself. I can email it, or I can actually create this URL, which I will then have to share with other people. So I just clicked on the link button, shorten the URL, and I copy that. Okay. So now I actually have the URL, and I can come back over here and mail this to myself, or I could put it in Google Keep, which is another place that I could access it from my phone. But I'll just go ahead and mail it to myself, and go ahead and mail it to myself, and here, and paste. And when I do that, I'll go ahead and send, and then in a moment I will have that. So now I actually have a link to the form. Okay, so my next step will be to show you how to actually get that onto your phone. So here I am recording what happens on my phone. So I'm on my phone, there's my form, and basically I already have opened that form, so let me go to it. Actually, I'd already submitted one, so let me submit another response, and let me just show you really quickly how this works. So I can dictate. John Tolan was found in his office doing a very good job this morning. Period. We do encourage this kind of behavior. Period. Keep up the good work. Period. You know, notice how I can talk to the phone and I can actually give it punctuation. And that's over at Island City School and Innovative Administrator Certificate. Okay. Now I would add a picture. So if I actually was someplace where I could take a picture of John, I don't know that I have a picture of him, so I'll take a photo, show you how a selfie would work. Go ahead and take a selfie picture. Go ahead and use that photo. Upload. Uploads the picture. And in one moment, we finish the upload. And we submit. And we're ready for another one. So now that we've done that, to get this on your phone, there's a couple of ways. I'm in the Chrome browser right now, so I could add it as a bookmark, and it would be bookmarked. If you were in the Safari browser or on an Android phone, I believe, there is a way, I don't see it here. On Safari, you can add it as an app to your desktop. So as you can see, I have submitted 3 different certificates, and I did it all as us logged in for me. So here's my first certificate that I had shown you before. Here is the second certificate. This one I did on my phone, and then I did another one here on my phone also that I demonstrated. And this is what you end up receiving once you do that on your phone. So again, let's summarize. We had gone and created a folder. We have a template, a spreadsheet, which got created from the form, and a form. We have a folder that collects all of my PDFs, and we have a folder inside of there that collects all the image as I take them. Here's my form. I can actually come in and take a look at what I have for a little bit of information on that. And then on my spreadsheet, one of the next steps would be to show how you could use Form Ranger to automatically update these multiple choice questions. So the school would never change, but my adjective, person, and type, I could see wanting to automatically add the adjectives that people type in here with other, or maybe a different type of person, custodian, maybe a different type of award, reward, certificate. I don't know what those words would be, but we could set up Form Ranger to auto-populate that. I do have tutorials on how Form Ranger works, so I can point you to those, and you would use Form Ranger to have these 3 fields get updated.